Hello boys and girls, this is Ken from One Gardens with yet another adjustment to this solar array. This project is like any other project. You think it's going to go one way and then it ends up going much different. My initial expectation was that this 200 amp hour battery was going to be able to collect enough solar energy from 3 solar panels outside to be able to store enough to run the 4 filters that are on this power strip right here. Each filter is about 25 watts. So I got 25 watts. So I got 100 watts worth of filter plus this little auto feeder. The auto feeder doesn't take much juice at all. What I found is that even on sunny days, this here inverter goes from 13.3 volts down to 11 in not too many hours, and then it beeps for a little while and then it shuts off everything. So this the 200 amp hour battery is not enough to run just the filtration side of this fish tank. I should have done better calculations, but one way or the other, here we are. So how do I stop the battery? How do I stop the filters from turning off when the solar and the battery is no longer able to power it? Well, here is the automatic transfer switch. They make these things in 110 and 220 versions. This one here is just got the line and the neutral. So 110 is what I'm using it for. And you notice it's got a public power side, an output, an inverter side, and then it's got a little voltmeter, a little lead to attach to the voltmeter to the battery just to see. And right now it's saying, hey, the battery's giving me 13.3 volts. So you can see that it's running things on the DC side. And it'll do that until the sun goes down and a couple of hours goes away. So what I want to do is I want to see how gracefully this thing switches over. So I'll wait until tonight and see how many hours do I get out of this battery before it switches over to AC, regular house power. This little guy was $100 on Amazon. And I just took some housing wire and some 2 NMC, terminated it on some plugs, and we'll see. Got those plugs from Amazon too. So anyway, this is Ken from One Gardens with the ever-evolving fish tank powered by solar panel project, where I'm very likely going to need 2, 3, maybe even 4 batteries. I might even go up to a 48 volt system, which won't work with that inverter. But a 48 volt system, I guess the higher the volts, the lower the amps, the smaller the cable needs to be. Because right now, you need to use these 2 watt gauge cables, and you can get away with much smaller cables the other way. Not that I care so much about the cabling, but I do care about higher current means higher heat, means higher losses. And that could be the reason why my system only lasts a few hours. Maybe this inverter is pumping out lots of heat and it doesn't need to. So, anyway, this is the latest iteration of the project. And once again, here's what the fishies look like. Oh, let's go down some light. Yeah, these tilapia, they're getting bigger. And so I got to do more frequent filtering and more frequent water changes. Here, you can't really see them with that. Let's see, I'll just turn that off for a couple of seconds. Nope, there's still too much movement of the water. Anyway, That's what it looks like.